Yeah, it's been a long time coming to rep the East. Buffalo bad with a vengeance. We resurrected the team, man, we dangerous. Watch for these horns, they lacerate and cut. We don't play no game while we play this game, no, I play in us. You know what it's about, you made me wanna shout. They said to take it now, we took another route. Deuces to the drought. Play through all the doubters, finger pointing and laughing. The ones that was talking that trash are the same ones circling wagons, we ain't having it. Dominate divisions ever since we put the L in it. Knocks the competition out the stadium like hammer fist. Stephon Diggs a grave and he pays respects to the cornerbacks that can't cover quickness, then he catches it. Yeah. In 1995 to 2020, break the streaks. Kept the faith in every season for the team, cause I believe. Taught me no matter how many times you're down, do not accept defeat. Feel like number 17. You got me feeling like I'm Josh Allen. Yeah. What? You got me feeling like I'm Josh. Okay. You got me feeling like I'm Josh Allen. Yeah. Josh. Yeah.
Got me feeling like I'm
Who? Josh. Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Yeah. Succeed the most in the freezing cold. Break a couple tables in a parking lot with sleet and snow. Yeah. Put the work in with Sean McDermott, a worthy coach. Y'all can get the hands like a Wilson ball when it's Beasley thrown. Yeah. Got so many yards to the point we owning property. I remember haters talking foolish with that gossiping. But they don't want it with Buffalo. Cause when the winter storm hits, they'll be stuck with nowhere to go. Let's play Micah hide and seek. We'll find a week up on the field. Say hike and we'll unleash the likes of Trey White and Edmonds. All kinds of D. Back in the driver's seat, the Singletary. He's sprinting scary to carry the ball through the plane. Embarrass these adversaries. Prepare to be victimized. We gave New England pats up on their back. Told New York to jet. They left the scene and packed their bags. Went fishing for some dolphins. Left them beats up on the sand. AFC East champs.
That's crazy, Mike. Here's what I'll say about that before I get to anything else, just to address what Mike is saying. First, love you guys. Thanks for filling. I couldn't wait to come back. I pulled in the driveway. It said 22 comments. And I was like, I don't think I'm ripping tonight. And then I clicked on it. It was like all these, you guys crushed it. I wanted to talk to you guys about a lot. So thank you for being in here. Thank you for filling. Thompson, going back to that. Isn't it weird, though, that the owner of the card company that made the card and the owner of the team who's also paid a lot of money by the owner of the production of the card is having a bidding war on the card, on these boxes that have been inflated and skyrocketed for a chase for that card, which is a very small amount of money compared to what they made on that said product. It just feels very insider trading, right? And I don't think that's what it is, but it has that vibe, right? But you know what? It's working. It's working. You're right. Not as good as Lil Wayne Pereira, but I had to do the Josh Allen since he literally threw a pass to my son, and I have to share this still shot with you. My wife did a freeze frame of it, and when he caught it, he just got this biggest smile. Not my son, Josh Allen, because literally we all went bonkers, batshit crazy, because we were shocked. He caught it. Not the strongest point of my son. He's amazing at a lot of things. He's gotten a lot better at catching the ball, but catching it from Josh Allen, kind of deep. We were all kind of pumped. Not kind of deep, but farther than we generally throw. So it is working for them. It is disgusting in some ways too, but I love the hobby. I'm trying not to let the bad things in the hobby ruin it for me. I know we've been breaking a lot of retail. I think there's a lot of value in it. I do. I think compared to the price point for hobby. But again, I got to see some big cards come out of the retail too. Seems like an insider era. You're not wrong. Well, let me take a shot to you guys into this weekend and to seeing the new inside of the Buffalo Bills. I know what my algorithm looks like, but have you guys heard or read or seen any videos or takes on the new Bill Stadium? Tell me what you guys have heard. I don't know how your algorithm is different from mine. I don't know if it's as big in your circles as it is in mine because we all get individualized news anymore. So in the sports world, I know it's a conversation, but I want to hear what you guys have heard from your side. I'm going to take a shot for you guys and we're going to get to ripping. Thompson, it's so funny you say that. I got a couple messages be like, dude, literally, I would have said the same thing to my kids. I'm like, literally what it was saying was, don't embarrass me in front of Josh. It was funny though. It was a great time. He caught a ball from Ray Davis. My wife caught a ball from Ty Johnson. That was hilarious. Billy the Buffalo gave a high five to Cohen. That was his favorite part of the weekend. Billy Buffalo's a dick, by the way. Um, my poor son, that's all he cares about, my 8-year-old. He just wants to meet the mascots, and Billy Buffalo's kind of dick. He did get a high five. My son also got a high five from Keon Coleman, got an autograph from Deion Dawkins. Yeah, so the obstructed view. So I did the tour today. I'll start ripping and I'll talk a little bit about it. We've been season ticket holders for a while. I've been to that stadium a lot, and I've been to a lot of other stadiums. This was expensive. So the total cost on this was $2.1 billion. It went $0.7 billion over cost. So $700 million. Nice Brian Thomas and a shuck there. It went $700 million over cost, $0.7 billion. And I guess for what I paid for tickets and what I expected a new stadium to look like, I walked in and I was like excited. And I got to our seats and it was awesome and the experience was great. I mean, how can you beat an experience playing catch with Josh Allen? So my individual experience sitting in the front row was fantastic. But like the corridors, I felt like left a lot to be desired. The food was awful. The prices were awful. The food wasn't good. There's a Genty, rookie for the Raiders. Did I see? Yeah, Hans, I think I saw you in here, right? How you doing tonight, Hans? Well, if you watch the live feed, Scott, at one point he said, no, I'm a Vikings fan. Wait. That's not even an option anymore. We've passed that. That train has left the station. But no, so there were a lot of things that when I left, I was like, I want to get to I knew we were going on the tour today. I was like, nice Baker. I want to get to the tour and see how I feel. Because I feel like, where did the money go? Where did $2.1 billion go? I know that people have been complaining about the screens. And here's the thing. I went in there wanting SoFi. I've been fortunate enough to go to SoFi. And I think that's what we wanted, right? Like a lot of Bills season ticket holders, a lot of Bills Mafia traveled to Los Angeles a few years ago when we played the opening day game Thursday against Los Angeles Rams in LA. It was crowded. It was more Bills fans than anything. Nice Trevor Lawrence and a Jalen Hurts refractor. So I had that expectation. Now, if you've ever seen a picture or video or anything of the SoFi screen, it is... I don't know how you'll beat it. It's a wraparound, high-definition screen that you can see from anywhere in the stadium. The stadium is open air, but it's closed. It's awesome. It's probably my favorite stadium in all sports. I love PNC Park. There's a lot of parks I like. I like Camden, for baseball. But SoFi, even Atlanta was cool. Atlanta was very cool when we went out there. Here's for the Jets, rookie Thomas. But so when we go in, there's just two pretty cool screens. They addressed that today. Someone asked on the tour, well, we've heard a lot of complaints about screens. Why weren't they bigger? He said they spent more on the sound system than they did. More on the sound system than they did on the TV screens. So we're like, okay, we didn't get to really experience that yet. Let's wait till there's a game going on and the opposing team can't hear a lick. They're hitting the charge horn and... there we go. 2 out of 299. Dude, Scott, I agree with that. Let me tell you why screens matter a little bit, or at least did in the old stadium. So, we're sitting so close to the field. Not a complaint. I love it. The drawback of it is that when we're on the goal line of the front row on the goal line. When they're playing far down in the old stadium, you could not see what was going on. It was very hard. It was like straight line, so far away, so we watched the screen. The stadium is much more lifted up on top of the field more. It's very steep. So I don't feel like the screens are that important either anymore. I want to see a good replay screen, but they suffice. So I was like, all right, cool. I like the idea of putting more into the sound system. Oh, that'll play. Electrolytes, Amorian Hampton, a dude that I'm trying very hard to get late first, early second round. I know he's even going mid-second round for the Chargers. Going out to Dave Kramer, Electrolytes, Amorian Hampton, rookie. Bazinga. Let me get a mag case. So I'm with you, Scott, 100%. And it was one of my own pet peeves, but the guy that was with us was like, do you really care that much about the screens? I was like, I do, but I don't think I need to as much anymore. But here's where today on the tour, it felt like braggy from them. Like, oh, this room is state of the art. It's the biggest exclusive spot in all of Western New York, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, so how do you get in here? It's like, oh, you have to have one of the $300,000 PSLs that tickets cost a fortune for. There's only 100 members, but it was where a lot of the money went. I'm like, cool. So Which it's capitalism. It's their business to run. It's not mine. I didn't have to buy the tickets. But like, oh, cool. So like, you made the like exclusive areas that we'll never see. Very nice. Okay. Then this is where they said they spent the most money. They said that was where the second highest amount of the budget went to. Heated seats. We got to sit in the seats, see the heated seats. We got to see areas I probably will never get to see ever again unless I do a tour. Like, unless I meet someone really cool and get very lucky and they want to be like, hey, we'd like to let you have the time of your life at the Buffalo Bills game. It's never going to happen. But they did spend an absolute fortune on the players' recovery, therapy. You should see a state-of-art like training facility inside the stadium. It's wild, and I like that because here's why. I want the Buffalo Bills to be good. I want players to want to be in that locker room. I want players to want to be in that facility. I want players to want to play in that city. The players are going to have a really, really nice treatment. So maybe that means I get to enjoy those games a lot more for making the playoffs every year. I don't have heated seats. These are in like the upper levels. Here's what else they did. They definitely monetized everything. So there's like a whole facility within it. People are like, oh, we'll do weddings and events. We can't get to this section. This is for like club box owners, you know, Bank of America, Toyota, Pepsi. They all have a box, you know. So things I'll never see. Jerry Judy, this is a box that's going to have a card backward and everything. So again, really cool aspects of it. And that's not what I'm going to a football game for, especially in Buffalo. I want to feel the air. Here we go. Stafford, really cool parallel out of $3.99 for the Rams. The West Coast hitting. As I talk about SoFi, we already have 2 different hits from 2 different teams. $3.99 Stafford. I love this Resurgence. And then they did like these little sections. Like they did the Bud Light section where the tickets are astronomical. And I thought our tickets were expensive. It didn't touch what some of these tickets. I looked up as we were going through the tour. You can get into the Seneca casino room. It's like the field level seats. I looked up the section. The tickets actually aren't horrible. But the players come out. You're in like this inside bar that also walks out to the field. Your seats are above it, so you're a little higher, like in the mid, between 100 and 200. But the cool thing is the players walk right by. You can go out in the field at any time. Like it's like back of the field. But it's just really cool. Again, it feels like there's a lot of different opportunities inside the stadium that a lot of us won't get to experience. And I think because there was no real cheap PSLs, people had a little bit of sticker shock when we got in there and saw it. Harold Fannin refractor, I'm still kind of on him. He's dropped a little bit. So, as far as obstructed views go, my understanding is that the tickets with the obstructed views, they're not even for the football game. There's a couple seats that are just off limits for football games. It's for if they set up the stage different for concerts. They wanted to maximize seating. They weren't going to leave blank space. I don't know. Time will tell. There's a Woody Marks refractor. Time will tell if that's true. All I know is that I'm saving my judgment for when I actually go to a game. And if we're winning, who cares if there's a TV? I'm with you, Scott. But we have the stadium was not ready. There was a lot of unfinished parts. Even when we were going through the tour today, it looks like they're rushing to get their final project done and they play a game there Saturday against Carolina. Why they gave Buffalo a home preseason game on week 1, knowing that the stadium was already up against it, is mind blowing. Maybe they wanted them to have time to get the kinks out. There's a Mellet refractor. So I can see that. This was like a dry run. Security was so, nobody was drinking. It wasn't like a normal game. It was a really weird environment because we weren't playing anybody. It wasn't like a training camp, when you go to the training camp and watch them and stuff. It was a practice on the field. They were selling full price drinks, full price food. It felt like a game environment without the buzz, the electricity, all that. And so it was really weird to see that. But at the end of the game, the players were coming up talking to the kids, and out of nowhere, security's like, time to go, to everyone. That was the other thing. No one addressed us. No one was like, welcome to the new stadium. Every person there had to have season tickets. You could not buy a ticket. You could not sell a ticket. You had them put in your season ticket accounts. The only way you could go to that game and didn't have season tickets if someone transferred them to you. Sold them on a Facebook page. Maybe you knew someone, gave them away, things like that. So to me, I was shocked that there weren't people outside like, hey, well, like make it exciting. There wasn't that. Tet McMillan and Siobhan Rebel, rookie refractor. But those security guards, it's like when I go to Walmart. All right, this is what I'll compare it to. I go to Walmart. No one asks if I need help find anything, which is fine. I'll figure it out on my own. I get it to the register. None are open, so I check myself out, bag myself, do everything myself. I'm walking out the door, and then finally I hear a Walmart employee goes, "Can I check your receipt?" It's like, bro, nobody talked to me in the store the whole time. Now you all of a sudden care about like if I'm leaving with something. That's how I felt at the stadium. It was like, no hello, no welcome, no big introduction. It was just like, thank God Josh Allen and some of the players made the experience cool. Because as far as the directing goes and like the staff, they did not do much to make us feel welcome, at least from my experience. I went in very close to practice time, so maybe if you were in a lot earlier. But security was real quick to kick everyone out. There were some arguments. There's a Patrick Mahomes. And I was like, man, that's not going to be the first interaction you have is a negative one. You're going to, like, there's a way to do it. They could have came down and said, hey, guys, thank you for coming. It's time to head out. Let's start making our way up. And it was like, come on, let's go. Everyone out. It was like the house party ended. Get the fuck out. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck out of here. And it just felt very like, thanks for your money. Get the fuck out. That was my take on that. Again, I'll save my final judgment from the game comes because the tour was awesome. And there were some parts of that stadium. I said, I'm happy I have season tickets. We have very good season tickets. But there's some other places in that stadium I wouldn't mind sitting. I'm looking forward to see Las Vegas this year, right, Mike? You're coming out. Dougie is. Chris is. Certain out of $3.99. But yeah, so my wife and I, it's our anniversary, the 13th anniversary. We knew we were getting tattoos in Buffalo after this week, and the kids went with us. I did not plan on getting two, though. So we got our matching ones, and then, I was debating the potato to begin with, and then when Josh Allen, if you don't know the story of this Buffalo Bill tattoo, Josh Allen drew it as a rookie. That was his rookie premiere event. They had all the first-round rookies draw their team emblem from memory, and they had like 60 seconds. Do you know who I am? Have you? Does it work? No, I did see the dudes beside us who were talking and speaking in English the whole time. We were talking to them. They were cool dudes until they weren't. Not to us, but to security. And they're like, you gotta go. They go, okay. No English? And then I was like, dude, that's funny. And they were like, the guy's like, you have to leave. I'm like, that's not, if they really don't understand you, that's not. Dude, it's hilarious. So these guys get pushed out. We're all walking up, but we see that like the little kerfuffle. Is that a word? We see it going on, right? And kerfuffle. It's kerfuffle, right? We see this little kerfuffle going on. So we just kind of like hang back. Now they're pushing him out, and he's recording the whole time. What are you going to do? Touch me? All of a sudden, they spoke perfect English. It was hilarious. So they get outside, and they had already called, there's a Riley Leonard, they had already called the police officers on a horse. And I'm like, dude, these dudes just want to make national news. Like, Bills open up with multiple arrests. They're on the national news for, like, assaulting a fan, dragging him out of the stadium. It does not work. I will thank you for the heads up. I will not use it. So we get out, and the horses come up, and I'm like, shit, things are getting real. They're like, you guys need to go. He's like, why? Like, we're just trying. He's like, it's time to go. The game's over. Another Herald fan in here, refractor. And they're coming up on their big-ass, like, trooper horses. These things are taller than me, like, high. And I'm standing, like, right next to him, and he goes, oh, what's the horse's name? And starts petting it while he's recording. And she's like, Go. And she goes, oh, he's like, dude, your horse's name is Go? Pretty horse guy. Like, dude, this guy was trying to get assaulted. We had to eventually leave. I don't know what happened to it, but that was all stemming from the fact that security wasn't just nice about it. They were trying to be aggressive, and it annoyed me, but I just left. I'm like, all right, it is time to go. It's late. I have kids here, but not everyone was so. Yeah, like, dude. So yeah, it was a mixed vibe. There he is, Josh Allen, my man. So cool to see him up close. Got me super excited for football season. I mean, we had football last Thursday. I think we have football this Thursday as well, correct? There's a nice shuck parallel going out to the Saints. Michael Thompson, there you are. We're up to 3 number cards, a case hit, and this very nice shuck parallel. We're going to do 2 megas next and then do the same loop again. This is a nice break. Thank you guys for filling. I like this product a lot. Colston Loveland. Hitman, you in here, brother? Want to take a shot? I have a little bit left. I went through a lot this week, and I wanted to treat it like a Bills game, but it certainly was not that. But it was cool for my kids to see that. I also realized that I'm not so sure that my kids are ready to go to a live game. Football, look, we take them to baseball games a lot. Football games are completely different. And Joseph, if you're in here, I think we talked about this before. And you said you've had somewhat of a good experience doing that. We haven't taken our kids at all. I took my oldest when he was 2, and it was an awful experience. And that was mostly because of the Bills fans, the weather, people drinking, crowded corridors. There was a lot of factors, but I think just football in general seems to get a lot rowdier than baseball. A lot more drinking, I feel like. Tucker Kraft. Hey, I have a... Oh, nice, Dave. Did you go? Did you go multiple times? I have a fantasy question for you guys. Who has a better PPR fantasy season, Jacoby Myers or Matthew Golden? I have a reason I'm asking that, but we'll keep going. All on the negative with real sports. Oh, like your kids having sports and stuff like that. Oh, wait. All right. All on the negative with the real sport. I don't know what that quite was, but all right. Denzel Burke. You went on Saturday. What'd you think? You talking like Savannah Bananas? My wife keeps asking to go. I'm like, maybe. Just don't think I'll enjoy it. Everyone says it's great, though. Jalen Milroe for the Hawks and an Abdul Carter refractor. Don't have any? You need a shipment, Jamie? Will Campbell with a rookie for the Pats and a nice Trevor Lawrence parallel. There we go. New England Patriots. Cody, what up, Brotherton? Will Campbell autograph. Scott, everyone tells me that. I guess I should take it like I didn't want to do a cruise for years. And when I did it, I was like, this is the life for me. Literally, I'm like, I look at cruise videos when I have a second to breathe. Josh Hines Allen and a Jack Beck parallel rookie for the Raiders for the Hofstadter. Joseph, I think we talked about that a little bit too when we were together, briefly. Colston Loveland out of 50. Look at this for the Bears. Chicago going out to Dave Kramer to go with his case hit, I believe. Was that him? Yeah. Colston Loveland out of 50 for the Bears. Protonics. Insert. Very, very cool. Love this. I mean, look, we're not even halfway through. This next mega will be put us officially halfway through the break. Drank on the course. All right. One more mega, and then we'll do this entire loop again with 4 blasters and 2 megas. This will put us officially halfway through. I did want to say, because we pulled that Chicago Bears hits, because there's quite a few new stadiums coming over the next few years, and I believe Chicago is obviously one of those that it's projected. I mean, I think every year we're getting a new stadium over the next few years, starting after next season. And now I wonder if this is just going to be a trend, like if it doesn't meet expectations of like SoFi or what, someone's got to top it. Someone's got to do something. And I read a really cool article that it essentially said there's a Dexter Lawrence parallel and a scat rookie. It essentially said, no, it's not SoFi, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be Buffalo. And that's why they made it the way they did, with the open air and the weather, or the sound, not worried about videos so much. So I was like, okay, I can get behind that. That's the first time I saw it, like a take, like, hey, stop trying to be something, it's a West Coast team. It's got different vibes, different feels. And they don't even have real, no offense, I know there are a lot of Rams fans out there, but when we went to LA, they're not a lot of real fans at the game. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, in Kansas City too. Isn't Kansas City going across state lines? I mean, it's hard. Everyone always goes, yeah, well, Buffalo was in Orchard Park. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of stadiums not in there. So Jared Goff, parallel. There's a lot of stadiums not in their listed city. I mean, New York Giants, New York Jets are in New Jersey. That's a very big difference in New York. TJ Watt. We got to get something out of this mega coming. There's a lot left in St. Louis, although they've moved on to their other sports, I feel like. Barron with the rookie and a Jaden Daniels refractor. We have one more pack left in this mega. And if we don't pull at least a numbered card, because the Colston Loveland came out of the last one, I believe, I would be very shocked because all the megas have been very good, and it looks like we have something. Barrett Carter refractor. It's going to be a Justin Herbert numbered out of 225. Another one for the Chargers. Very cool. So we did get at least one numbered card. Still one of our weaker megas. These have been good. Ashwabon. All right. So, again, that happens. But they're going to build a new stadium, right? And I just feel like if you try to be original, if you try to focus on, every stadium is going to be created to generate the most revenue that it can, right? The cities are paying for it. The taxpayers are paying for it. The PSLs are paying for it. The ticket sales are paying for it. The owners are not. The owners are not touching that bill, ever. And if they do have any overlying bill, it's going to be recovered in the first season because the way everything is set up, it's like you get in there and there's no way if you touch any food or alcohol, you're spending less than $50. Pretzel was $11. Soft pretzel. A Genesee 16-ounce beer was $18 with tax. And then, of course, everything's like suggested tip 20, 25, 30. When I got the beer, walked up, scanned my card, they didn't say a word to me. It's like, which one of these tips? It's not like no tip. It's like, here's your first three options. Do you need to go to the next screen? Dude, I had a new one. When I went to the last Orioles game, I shit you not. Oh, I went with another mega. That's all right. We'll save the last mega for last. Santa Clara 40. Yeah, you're right. So I don't care that stadiums aren't in their city. It's weird when they cross state lines a little bit. Like the New York Jets are in New Jersey. Why not just the New Jersey Jets? Why not just the New Jersey? I don't get that. Like they're in a whole different state. Again, with Kansas City, Chicago going to be doing the same thing. But again, it's Buffalo Bills, at least it's in New York, and it's not far away. It's like a town over. Pat Bryant. But I had a new one when I went to an Orioles game. So every stadium is cashless now. It's card only. You can put cash in a machine and get a credit card or whatever, a debit card. What do we got here? Jihad Campbell out of 425. A Gianti refractor. So when I went to get beers, I bought one. We were with another couple. I got them each a beer, got me one. Went up to the register, paid. Well, I went to pay. It'll be, it's like, I think it was like $52 for 3 beers in the stadium. Just going rate of beers in a stadium. That's what it is. So I scanned my card. And then, when typically the tip screen comes up, she literally flipped it before I could touch it, hit 20% and hit confirm. And I was like, did you? I didn't even know what to say. I was caught off guard. Like, she didn't really do that, right? And I walked away holding the beer. I was like, what do I even do? I just ate it, but I'm like, I haven't been back to a game since because I'm like, I want to bitch about that. It was like a $12 tip on 3 beers. She hit she may have hit 25%. I don't know. It was a lot. The bill went up significantly. And that was a new thing I've never seen. I was like, I guess I respect the hustle or the theft. I don't know. But now I'm very cautious to touch it, not let that screen move. Shamar Turner for the Bears. Tyler Warren, he's fantasy cheat code this year at his draft position. Hey, we did fill league number 1. We have 2 winners for auction league number 2. We're going to do 2 more auction league spots tonight. You guys filled this fast. You have been awesome. There's a Travis Hunter rookie. Stephon Diggs now on the Washington Commanders. I know, Thompson. And I did. You know what? Truthfully, it felt like I got robbed a little bit. I was mad. We were with people we had never gone on a trip with. And I was like, it was one of those things like, I don't want to make a scene. I don't want to like, I guess my pride got in the way, honestly. I was like, I don't want to like look like I'm cheap. But I felt robbed. There was also a line of like 30 people behind me and guys coming up like, okay, move. You know, like everyone just wants to get their beers, get to their seat, walk around, whatever they want to do. I have like, it was Hawaiian shirt night, so I'm carrying like 3 bagged Hawaiian shirts, all the beers. It was just, it was one of those things. But yes, it felt illegal, inappropriate. Are you serious? Like knowingly increasing their prices or the people in there were doing it kind of hush hush? Bo Nix. I'm still not over it. Obviously, I'm talking about that she did it. So I got to let it go at some point. There's a nice Jackson Dart and a Mikel Williams. Yeah, it's literally like going to the gas station and being like, here, I'll have this hot dog, this soda, and this cupcake. Your bill's $12. Here's $20. All right, have a nice day. I was like, well, I wasn't giving it all to you. Like, I need change. Oh, nope, you already gave it to me. It was on an automated order machine. That is interesting. So what, it just like gave you a discount if you tipped or took it off your total or just as no tip, your new total is... Oh, I got to top load this Jackson Dart. I said to my wife, we go out to eat more at regular restaurants now because fast food and that shit's gotten so expensive. I'd rather just go get real food. Joe Burrow, Christian Gonzalez. What I want to do and what I'll actually do are 2 different things. My thing is I'll just never go to that spot. I probably won't get a beer without making sure I'm holding on to the screen. And I just won't, like, there have been times I tipped. Especially if someone's making me a cocktail at a game. Like, you go to one of the liquor bars, I'm like, all right, you're making me a drink. Like, but I'll throw like $2 down. Now, my other thing with that is that I always tip more with cash because I just like throw a couple bucks. It just feels weird on the tip machine. I don't want to do 10. I want to do like a beer's $20. I'll give you $1. I'm not doing 20% on almost $20, you know? So it just, and I don't want to do custom tip. It's just like, so no tip. Truthfully, that's just like from my personal experience and my feelings. The price of your car. That's wild. And where was that at? I gotta go up and see it. Where did you say that was at? Oh, video Shake Shack. I just saw it. I've only ever been to one of those, and it was in Nashville. And I do know those airport ones. It's like Starbucks and Target. They operate differently than the regular Starbucks, right? In airports, in like retail stores, they have different sets of rules. Christian Gonzalez and a Janty. Let's get another case hit. A lot of these boxes have come from different places, so, and I know it's not 1 per case guaranteed, so we could have more than 1 per case. Ollie Gordon refractor. Jamie, I'm with you. I'll even give a nice little tip at the beginning and be like, hey, Just come back around. And then $1 every time. Like, I'll tip you. Just make sure you come back around. I don't like waiting for a drink. And I'll pay for that privilege. I will. Just make sure you swing back through. Like, when I go to casinos, it's a no-brainer. If I'm sitting and playing, like, in a section of machines, nice Cam Ward refractor there, I will definitely throw a nice tip down because I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to the bar. I want you to bring me my drinks. Bougie. I'm bougie. Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady. You take the trash out, Tom Brady. Baker Mayfield, Ty Robinson. That's what I said. We went. On the trip, it was me, my wife, my 2 kids, my mom, my dad, my sister, and her boyfriend. And we went to Dave and Buster's at one point. And the girl walked by our table like 30 times. She had already taken drink orders for my family. We got there after them. She just walked by, didn't say hello. Hey, I saw you guys got here. I'll be with you in a minute. She just didn't care. And it took her 30 minutes to take her order, which is fine. We were playing games. It is what it is. I was just enjoying time with my family. But I'm like, is she ever going to stop? Finally, we stopped her. She's like, oh, yeah, I'll get your order. No urgency. 15, 20 minutes for a drink. And of course, then the bill comes. And again, I pride myself in tipping. I like to take care of people who take care of me. I believe in it. It's not a fun job to deal with people who complain and are picky. And I get it. I did it. My wife did it. We were both servers. So I try to take care of them. But of course, the bill comes. I usually tip over 20%. It's the automatic 20% tip. There was 8 of us. I'm like, well, no wonder. I hate that because A, they don't have to do anything. And that's why. She knew there was 8 of us. She knew she had her 20%. She could have cared less. Joke's on her. I would have had about 6 more beers if she wouldn't have taken 20 minutes to get them. I started ordering drinks at the bar and tipping that lady out $2 every drink. I'm like, the beers are $10. You would have made an extra automatically. And I'm like, why would you not want to try to sell more stuff? If you're automatically doing 20%, just lack of desire to work. And they make you crack your beer. That's the worst part. They're like, here, open that. I'm like, nah, I got 2 of them. Danny Stutzman, Shamar Stewart rookie refractor. I'm like, nah, no, we have to open them. I'm like, oh, cool. I got a hot dog, a pretzel. I got cotton candy for the kids and 2 beers. I'm like, yeah, I definitely open those. That's going to be better than leaving them closed so I can put them in my pocket. What do you think? I'm going to throw them? They're $20. Travis Hunter, you think I'm going to throw this thing? What am I going to do with it? Use it as there's about 20 other things I would grab free around here to throw that aren't my $20 bill or my $20 beer. I agree. Tips are for service. And I love tipping service people. I do. I find joy in taking care of people who take care of me. I really do. But if you're not going to do it, why are you in that profession? Who was it today that said, oh, I think it was my sister. She's like, the way this is set up, you can just go grab anything and just walk out with. I'm like, did you know you can do that at a convenience store too? She's like, what's to stop people from just growing and grabbing a pretzel? And I'm like, I guess the same thing that stops you from not stealing toilet paper from Walmart. A sense of integrity. But I get it. When that lady did that 20% tip, I'm like, I feel like I need to go steal a pretzel. I didn't do it, but that was where I felt justified to do it. Oh, Dave, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But I will say this about Starbucks and the one at our Target too. My dad and I will go to the regular Starbucks in a town close to me, and then we'll go if we're shopping around, we'll go to Target and they'll refill our Starbucks for free in there. Derek Carmen refractor. So I'm like, I get 2 calls, and that one will do it. They're like, yeah, you can have the same thing you had. Normally they'll just do a refill on regular coffee or cold brew or something. Harold Fannin refractor. We got one more blaster, one more mega. We haven't had a good numbered card in a while. Let's get one. Is that why they open them, Thompson, right? So you don't use them as a projectile missile? Well, thank you guys for being up at midnight with me. I really did need so much other stuff to talk about. Can I ask, is anyone in here, and you guys did pick Matthew Gold, by the way, but is there anyone in here that is big, like going to Dave & Buster's? Like, you know what their games are, you have favorite games. I know I went with Jamie before, but like, we're regulars. We go on Wednesdays and Sundays, not every week. Like twice a month we'll head there for half-price game days. But is anyone like Down the Clown fans? Or has anyone tried the new Stranger Things game? Break the Plate. Do I have any like Dave & Buster's gamers in here? To make sure they're drank before they leave the stadium. Oh, so it's like a liability thing? Yeah, because I can't go get a beer half price at the bar right around the corner. What games did you play, Pereira? There's a nice shot for the Saints. Got a few. Who's got the Saints? Michael Thompson. You got a few Saints cards. You're absolutely right, Thompson. I guess some of it would fly out. And it has give to it. Where like a full beer would not have give, it would stay pretty solid. Bo Nix. Kyron Williams. I have 0 shares of him yet. Sam Darnold. A guy in our group just met Sam Darnold. They're staying at their hotel. He got there 5 minutes. He was in his hotel out in Seattle. Sam Darnold walked out. He got his picture with him. I don't know if he shared it. Mario Kart and basketball. Basketball's always fun. I love Mario Kart too, but we play it too much at home to play it there and spend money. It is fun to play there. We've done it a few times. Here we go. Omar Norman Lott. Going to be numbered out of 399 for the Chiefs going out too. Dave, there you got one, Dave. Appreciate you being in here chatting tonight. You did. I don't think I did well that day at Mario Kart. I may have had a couple wins, but not many. My wife and I are Down the Clown fans. We love throwing the mostly because we can beat the high score about 4 or 5 times before it gets too high that we can't beat it. And every time you do, you get 500 tickets. So we're stacking up. I think we're like 18,000 tickets at Dave & Buster's right now. Not even joking. Last box mojo. Let's pull another case hit. We pulled it out of the blaster, I believe, before. So let's see if we can get one out of the mega here. That was such a fun trip, Jamie. I still hold on to that day so much. The big tall towers of beer. What up, Oliver? Dave, where are you from that Oliver's up? It's at least, 9 if you're on the West Coast. Oliver up having a good time. Dave, were you the one earlier saying you went to Banana Ball, right? Just want to confirm. I think you are. I'm assuming Oliver went with you. If so, what did he think? Michael Penix, Joe Burrow. All right, yeah, you're a little earlier than here. The West is advanced. Well, their stadium sure is. Ask any Buffalo fan. Jaden Higgins. I really do believe the reason Buffalo fans wanted it to be SoFi is because so many Bills fans went out to that game. And I think we saw it, and when we heard we were getting a new stadium, we're like, yes, it's definitely going to be better than SoFi with this budget. Calvin Ridley, Lamar Jackson. On KJ, I got to look this up. Kyron Williams, Buka, and there's another Cam Ward. Still should be getting a numbered card out of here, at least. It was. Dude, I got like I think it was like $500 in gift cards, and it still didn't cover it. That was it was worth it. That drive home was even more fun. Jalen Royals and a Tony Pollard. Did we pull a numbered card already? This Omar Norman lot was from the last box, wasn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a numbered Xavier Worthy, a Jaden Higgins, who's kind of a little bit moving up on my receiver list. Xavier Worthy, 15 out of 199. So, one auto, a bunch of numbered, and a case hit. Not awful. I don't know I got to look up what the Resurgence hobby boxes are doing. I think they come with 2 autos. But getting the case hit was a big help with that SSP. stopping at the hobby shops. So with this, I love it, especially in a PYT for the sake of, for the sake of getting some, cards for your collection for your team. This is all sleeved up cards and like cool looking cards. So great for your collection if you haven't been in a bunch. Retail's the way to go, in my opinion, for low end collection side items. Plus the chance to get some of the case hits, maybe a monster hit. Topps likes to insert them in. Auction. The auction is going to be on, the auction league's on Yahoo too. That's where we run all my auction leagues for my personal stuff. It's smooth. If you've never done an auction league on Yahoo, I strongly recommend you can even do a mock. I don't love mock drafts because people don't take them seriously. But if you want to just get used to the platform, if you win a spot, I recommend doing it. Right now, Dave has the 2 spots. But just go do one for fun. Get in a $5 Yahoo league if you're able to in your state. For just to get used to the platform, but it is fun. Auction leagues are fun. You can do auction best balls too. Very different draft style though. Like the way who you get. Cam Ward, Shuck, Harold Fannin, Jackson Dart. I haven't seen that one yet. Janty, Cam Ward, Tesla with the parallel, Travion Henderson, Ollie Gordon, Harold Fannin, Trevor. I don't know why I top loaded that one. Genty, Shuck, and Brian Thomas. We got a bunch of numbered, a few non-numbered here I want to get to. Yeah, we got a lot of numbered content. So we ended up, these are non-numbered, but Tyler Shuck with that parallel, really cool card. Cam Ward with that parallel. 2 good rookie quarterbacks, both going to get a shot this year to show who they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 numbered cards, and an autograph and a case hit and a little retail break like this. Omar Norman Lott out of $3.99 going out to the Chiefs. It's going to be Dave Vlada. Stafford out of $3.99. Xavier Worthy out of $1.99. G.I. Campbell out of $4.25. A nice Herbert out of $2.25 there. Pat Surtain to $3.99. Tua to $2.99. Colston Loveland out of $50 for the Bears. Will Campbell, and then Omarion Hampton Electro Lights. Case hit or SSP, whatever we're calling it. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away 2 spots because you guys are awesome. I don't know. I may have even said 2. I don't care. We're definitely doing 2 either way. I want to try to get a minimum of 5 leagues. Preseason's already underway, so we got to fill up leagues quickly. Let me set this up and bring you right over. Here we go. First one up. Again, Dave Kramer has the only 2 spots. He won both spots. If you win one, your team will be removed from the second random. But if you have more than one team, that's how you can win 2. Tennessee Titans, Bob Riley with the first spot. Here we go with the next one. Houston Texans going to be Adam Dow. So Bob and Adam. Yahoo, try doing some mock drafts. Get ready. So Dave, Bob, and Adam, if you want to get a spot, Dave's the person to talk to. Make him an offer he can't refuse. $100 to the winner take all on that. We're going to try to do at least 5 of those leagues, so giving away $500 hopefully, and then Tournament of Champions for our 5 league winners. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow with more. I just need to get situated in the morning. I appreciate you guys letting me kind of wind down after a long road trip. Buffalo's all of 4 hours. Getting the tattoos, all that stuff. It's a long day. So you guys are always my safe space, I like to say. A lot of negativity around the Bills Stadium. Don't listen to it. Wait till we beat the Lions week 2. If not, I'm apparently getting another tattoo. So cheers to you guys.